up there. Okay, well now we
UGs,
rolling.
we need to get right into right now to save time,
Okay, there.
right off the bat, and it's definitely newsworthy.
All right.
I have to play it. I'm gonna have to play it now.
Go ahead there. The news item, I guess.
Yeah, it was announced
All right
basically.
there. All right.
Um,
All right. So what's up, everybody? It's YR Arknolia and Dr. Earl here, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at many of the other British bands during the British invasion there throughout the '60s there.
Yeah, we might mention the Beatles.
Oh yeah, yeah. People when they think of the British invasion, they think of usually the Beatles, obviously, because they were ones that led the charge back then. But there are many other British bands that definitely are worth mentioning there, and have come up with the great songs as well there. But first, we got some music news, as always, before we start our topic here. And I believe YR has something that just came up at the last minute, I guess, if I'm correct. Why are you ready? There he is. No, it's not. All right.
hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Basically, Sammy Hagar was on the Eddie Trunk show, and he was basically saying that he's gonna take this next year off and kind of, throwing out there that he's, looking at the end of the line, end of the road here coming up soon.
So
Uh,
he won't be doing any touring or performing or anything much here.
not like tomorrow, but like he's saying that he's trying to figure out how he's going to end his career coming up.
Oh, really? Well, he already has that Cabo Wabo place in Mexico there. That's doing well in business wise there. He could concentrate on that or concentrate on opening other Cabo Wabo locations, whether it's in Texas, LA, or Miami, Florida, or Tampa, Florida, or many other cities like New Mexico, Arizona. That'd be a good idea. I mean, Alice Cooper has a Cooperstown restaurant in Arizona where he currently lives. So that could be a good option there.
As to why they cannot get Trish and Eddie together, especially when Grohl put one together in two different countries months after he died. And Wolf said in the interview, you don't know of the level of dysfunction in Van Halen. But okay, all that's been given, and you probably know about that better than anybody else. But what I and other fans can't understand is why can't you, whatever Roth, he comes to the party, he doesn't, whatever. Why can't you, Alex, Wolf, Michael, go ahead and say, we're going to go rent the Forum one night, we're going to get a bunch of great guitar players, we're going to have a big send-off to Eddie. Where are the obstacles and everyone else doing it? I don't quite understand it. Nobody can tell me Roth controls the whole thing. There's no way.
No. It just would be lame for him not to be involved. And
But put it on him. If he doesn't show up, let him answer those questions. Like, let's not let the whole thing sit for 5 years just because of one guy can't be wrangled. The pressure's going to be on him.
Alex Van Halen and I don't talk. I reached out to Alex. I'm going to tell you right now. I reached out to Alex again recently. Mikey had it.
Rewind. This is huge.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Questions like, let's not let the whole thing sit for 5 years just because of one guy can't be wrangled. The pressure's going to be on him.
Alex Van Halen and I don't talk. I reached out to Alex. I'm going to tell you right now. I reached out to Alex again recently. Mikey had a sad thing happen with his family, and I reached out to Al, and he wouldn't return my call or my email. And so I said, you know what? Fuck it. It's not on the top of my list, my agenda. I think Eddie deserves definitely a tribute. And what Dave Grohl did for Taylor was one of the greatest events I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
It was. I think we all agree on that.
The most amazing. That made Live Aid look like kid stuff, from back in the old days. And that was amazing. And Eddie deserves something like that. And the whole world would show up and the whole world would do it. I don't know why people put it on Roth, but you know, I don't talk to Dave, and if he did it, he'd want to do it without me. I'm sure if that's part of the dysfunction that Wolfie's talking about, I'll make a statement that I don't know is true or not. But what do you want to bet that he goes, I will only do it if Hagar's not there? And if that were the case, that's typical Roth, and that's part of the dysfunction. It's not like he controls it. It's just like he doesn't play well with others. And like I said, if Alex came to me and wanted to do it, I'm in. Absolutely, let's go. Do it somehow. But Alex and Alex has got to stick up his ass about something with me still, and he's going to take it to his grave, I guess, you know.
Which is odd because you where he died.
Yeah.
About that, and then I'm gonna fast forward to the part where he's talking about he's looking towards the end of his career type thing,
Oh,
and then we'll get into the list and stuff. I'm trying to hurry up, but this is huge news. I put in the title.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar plans on retirement, and that he's not talking to drummer Van Halen now. So
It was not that good of a party when you think about it there, and so obviously he's gonna say that. But let me say something about Roth and the situation, him and Sammy being dysfunctional in the Van Halen family. Roth and Hagar have been known not to really see eye to eye for ages. Despite them touring together in 2002, there was issues between them during that tour there, and that probably the only tour those two will ever do together. You gotta remember, Sammy Hagar, back years before he joined Van Halen, said that Roth was a faggot who wanted a relationship with him. And Roth disputed that, saying obviously he hasn't been to any shows. But of course, Roth always talking about women here, women there, idolizing women here, womanizing there, In fact, during when he first joined Van Halen and the first tour in 1986, they would take this kid off from the crowd and let that kid sing the song Jump. Now, one time they did this, Sammy sees a camera, I guess it was a video camera. He turns to the camera and says, "See that, Dave? This kid can sing better than you." So, and that was kind of a huge disrespect towards Roth. But then again, a lot of times, a lot of people were upset at Roth for the way he departed, the way he did the year before. Now, Eddie even took Hagar aside to say, that was not necessary. And I guess, Roth kind of still holds that against Sammy for him saying that. And let's not also forget the numerous slanderous remarks that they said about Roth after his departure from the VH crew there. Because also, not only did they lose their singer, they also lost their road crew, except for one roadie. Why? Because apparently Dave is considered a great guy to work with. But as of late, Roth, I think he's kind of, I don't know what his deal is, why. First of all, he's not the leader of the Van Halen group.
Hey, asshole.
What?
I found it. You ready?
Okay, yes.
I'll sing
Yeah, I told you that. I think it's great. I think it's great that Michael's doing that and that moment in the show. And look, you talked about whenever you may or may not end. When you end, that's it, because you're the last guy that's doing the Hagar era stuff. I mean, hearing all those great songs, I tell my audience the only way you're ever going to hear them is go see Sammy live, because you're doing a good amount of them, and you should. And thank God you are, because when you're done, that's it.
Yeah, it's really, I'm thinking about what said I will do. It's so funny, we're going on and on now because you're getting going on the stuff that I'm thinking about. See, the other stuff were stuff that you would think that was planned for the interview. Now we're talking. Now we're discussing what's going on in my brain, what's going on in your brain, and real questions to be asked to ourselves. And the truth of the matter is like, yeah, like how am I going to go out and play most of my new record and play as many Van Halen records, Van Halen songs as I want, and play my old hits from my old catalog, and throw a Chickenfoot song in there, and get a Montrose song or two. See, I'm going to have to play for 3 hours or something. I got to figure this one out. You got me stumped. Okay, not stump Trump. Not stump Trump. We're going to stump Sammy on this one. Thank you.
Intermission. Sammy, the word is intermission. You do an hour, take a break, go back. have a little beach bar cocktail, take a breather, put up some videos on the screen, let everybody go get a drink, and then you come back. It's just like, you just take an intermission, take a break.
Yeah, that's the way I have sex, but I don't know if I can play music that way.
Wow.
All right, Ed. Love you, brother.
On that note, love you too, man. Great to talk to you, and congrats on the record. Crazy times.
Now, he didn't say specifically how many years before he decides to hang it up, did he?
I mean, here, if you want me to look for, we can play it, but he did mention.
Okay, so
He mentioned like because Trunk was, something to that effect, and then he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'll probably give myself another 50 shows." But he wants to spread them out for as long, he doesn't want to do 50 shows in a 2-year span. Like he says, he probably has like 50 more shows in him. And he's gonna. You want me to look for that?
now I think we understand where he's coming from. I mean, he's about 70 something, I guess it is.
He's 85 years old.
What? Oh, he's not that old. I'm certainly not that.
He's 75.
Okay, wow, that's something there. So I guess we'll probably won't see him see much of Sammy no more, I guess. But you know what? After about these 50 shows, but you know what? We got to give Sammy his due. He's been in the rock and roll game for a good number of years, way more than years. I mean, think about it. He was part of Montrose. He was also had a good steady solo career. I mean, he was part of Van Halen. He worked with one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Of course, no longer with us. He also worked with another great guitar player, Ronnie Montrose, for that short period of time there. I mean, he's had a lot of hits. He's did a lot of great songs, great albums. Lifelong radio classics. I mean, so you got to give him his due. Like I said, he's got a business to run. The Cabo Wabo resort there in Mexico. And I say, he should probably expand that to other cities across the U.S. Like the cities I mentioned, whether it's Houston, Miami, Tampa, L.A.
We're going to talk about a little bit of Beatles tonight, Brown. What about you?
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, why not? I'm always ready to talk about the Beatles because they were the first band I started listening to when I was a young kid. That inspired me to pick up the guitar and get into rock and roll.
Who is your favorite member of the Beatles?
Well, my will probably have to be John Lennon because he was the most outspoken of the group there. When you think about it. Though we met him saying that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ was a crappy thing to say. But the way he meant, let me dispute that. They weren't trying to say they were bigger than God. They were saying that how the big Beatles were now becoming bigger than Jesus Christ. When you think about it, all the hit tours, songs, albums that they were putting out, and I guess he could have said, camping in the woods is more popular than Jesus Christ, But, you see where he was trying to come from with that remark there. Of course, he had to apologize. He admitted that he was wrong to say that, So I don't think he was really trying to place themselves above God, He was just seeing how a certain amount of things that trend along the ways up in them are considered more bigger than God, So you probably, I guess you could see where it's coming from, but it was Lennon and his Rickenbacker guitar that I saw in the one magazine that inspired me to play guitar. And you know what? I would love to have me that exact kind of guitar that he played. And it fits to say that the Rickenbacker guitar, it really got its nod thanks to Lennon playing it. In fact, the sales of electric guitars definitely went up through the fucking roof when the Beatles debuted on Ed Sullivan in '64 there. All right. Okay, so Are we ready, guys? I'm ready. Ark, you there, dude?
Okay.
All right, good. Yeah, all right. Oh, I guess Wire is getting ready there. I guess.
Hello.
Hello. There you are, dude.
He stepped into his echo chamber.
Yeah, I know. I realized I was going to say that's still on there, man.
Can y'all see me on camera?
Not yet, dude. There you
Check
are.
this out.
There you are, dude. I see you. No lives matter. He's got a patch saying, "Oh shit, dude." Is that like a cloth patch here that you iron on? I see
Yes.
that. Nah, I see. He's got a patch of Jason wielding his knife with the term "No lives matter" underneath. And he's got himself. Holy shit, dude! It's in reverse, but I can see it there, and it looks badass, man. He's got himself a battle denim jacket. It's got all the good stuff there. Black Sabbath patch and every other patch here. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motley Crue. A couple of guitar patches, and it says on there, "Make America Great Again." Poison as well. Let's see here. The marijuana leaf, a Kiss logo, a cannon, and it got Rob Halford pins, Judas Priest, lots of Judas Priest on there, AC/DC and their cannon. Oh yeah. Hot girl in a bikini, lying on a motorcycle, Rush patch, Scorpions patch.
Look at that.
I see that. Yeah. We gotta talk about rock bands. We gotta talk about the German music scene there.
Look on the wall.
I see it. Priest, Defenders of the Faith poster.
Oh, the guitar.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, nice. The
Look at the patch.
all right there. Yeah, the difference is that Rudolph Schenker plays a Gibson, and that when he got on the wall is a Dean. Noting by the head of the guitars there. But still, those two colors and that design is iconic alone. All right, so. So how's everything going, Ark? Everything going good, bud?
I suppose, yeah.
You suppose. Right. So I thought Keith was going to be joining us tonight on the show there, or he can't make it. Or
I think he's
got
he has COVID.
He's got what?
He has COVID.
Really?
Let me add him.
Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say because I think because he did post some stuff in the music show chat here about this and that there, and a lot of it didn't really make that much sense there. Some about radio station such and such there. I don't know why. Unless I think he mentioned soccer practice is done or something like that months back, I believe. You have to see there. All right. So while YR is adding, trying to add Keith to the call there, let's take a start with the one of the first bands from the. We all know the Beatles, the Stones, the obvious two ones there. We got other bands that Ark wants to. We can start with, dude. You okay, Wire?
Hey, what's up?
There you are, Keith. What's up, bud?
Yes.
All right, you ready to be a part of our show, kid?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yep.
Okay, tonight we're going to be discussing British bands from the 60s. We obviously know the two, the Beatles and the Stones, but we have a whole bunch of others that deserve good acknowledgement. All right?
All right.
All right, there. Let's do this. All right, so I think Ark has his all the bands ready that he's ready to name, I guess. Ready there?
The Animals.
Yep, Eric Burton and the boys. And
Chad
Who
and
do I go-
Jeremy.
Chad Jeremy.
Who do I go after? Who do
Just
I
jump
go
in when
after?
No, I don't
Jump.
think it. I don't know if it's going to be
Hey, wait. You put the trash outside already?
Yeah.
huh?
Okay, let's go outside. Go with him. Hey!
Oh, I was talking to somebody.
What happened?
They
Uh,
wanted
uh,
to escort someone out to the curb.
okay.
Mm.
Kick up to the curb.
Yep.
Oh
Well, glad it's not you.
Yeah.
shit.
Nah,
right.
that's all good. It's
All
all
right.
good.
All right, there.
Should I name a band?
Well, I think we'll just actually, it's more like a history lesson to you because I know you were getting into a lot of some of the '60s stuff yesterday from the U.S. artists, and we also
Yeah.
got to get turned on to the British scene, all the British bands around the 1960s there.
Yeah, I got a British band group list
All right, there.
from Google
All
just
right,
now.
there. Let's do it there. Yeah, they got to be from the
The Who.
'60s. Yep. Well,
The Who.
The Who's one of them. Yeah, we got to acknowledge them. They were like I guess you could say they were like one of the first punk bands when you look at it in terms of their attitude, how they approach things, songwriting. When you think about it, there, you know, especially the way they smash their instruments. Well, Moon and Townsend directly.
Yep.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
to
you're right.
you got to check out the performance of My Generation from the Smothers Brothers show. At the end of it, Pete smashes his guitar. Keith Moon starts tearing up his drums, and the bomb goes off from the bass drum, and that's what helped damage Townsend's hearing years later on because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then again, Keith Moon
My-
was that kind of guy to do pull off something like that. If he's able to drive a limousine into a swimming pool of a hotel, then who knows? God knows what he could do next. And I think that, from what I understand,
my
go ahead.
my uncle, when I talk to him on the phone, he's always saying, "What? Because he ruins his hearing from going to too many concerts.
Oh, that's why you need to wear earplugs.
Yes.
I've been doing that
Good
for
idea.
years throughout the decades. That's why I'm still able to preserve my hearing.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my earplugs to my next concert.
Yeah, please do so because there are many times when me and my dad would attend shows at the Joe Louis Arena or Cobo Arena, and when I first get out there, I was like, everything seems sound muffled or something like that. Like there, so I figured, something ain't right there. So what
Right.
it would go away later on, but there was one time at the Ritz in Roseville, and I realized, oh shit, I got to get earplugs, man, because my ears are like, because of course I was right up to the stage by the vocal monitors, so that didn't help either.
Yep.
Yeah. And there was this
Um,
other, and there was this
Oh wait,
other,
hold on. Let me-
blah blah blah.
Okay.
I would say there was this other
Oh,
time.
yeah. Go ahead.
And there was this other time, there was an outdoor show, a lot of local bands, and one of the people I knew up there was like, yo, are you crazy? Your ear is right next to the loud-ass speaker. Ah. So I guess needless to say, after all that jazz, I decided to wear earplugs when I go to shows, concerts, or nightclubs, you name it there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had to.
I remember going to concerts. At the end of the concert, I would hear this ringing in my ears.
Yep,
This
that's-
loud ringing.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted Nugent?
There was like a episode of Keenan and Kel back in the day where like Kel's father or grandfather went to a concert and then he's like when he got home he's like, hello, will somebody answer the phone? And, like the phone wasn't ringing because he had the ringing in his ears.
That's
from the concert.
understandable. That's understandable, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that stuff, man.
Yep.
Right there. All right, so I think we'll let Ark, do a name off the list of other bands.
I did mention Chad and Jeremy, correct?
I don't think I did. I guess we kind of got sideswiped, but Chad and Jeremy, they did had a few hits there during that time there.
Okay, this one's a little bit later 60s, but still a 60s band. Cream.
Oh, yeah. Bruce, Clapton, and Baker. And I'm just saying he didn't like John Bonham of Led Zeppelin, for I understand, for some reason there. I don't know why.
Kind of weird.
I know. It's like a lot of Bruce. Zeppelin. But of course, then again, a lot of bands at that time, that were hard and heavy, like the Zeps, were not exactly respected, let alone by the critics.
The Dave Clark Five.
Oh, yeah. And we know
They were
that.
right on the cusp of being part of the Beatles Stones thing. They had a lot of hits, but they just didn't take it over like the Beatles and Stones did, although they were very close.
Yeah. And we know that song, the song they know, Glad All Over. That was like the main song from them. Now, I'm sure they
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces, but we don't hear that one. It's just Glad All Over that we hear on the oldies radios and satellite radios there.
Their cover of Do You Love Me?
Absolutely. So, and Dave Clark. When I first heard the name Dave Clark, I thought at first it was the Dick Clark Five. I was like, oh wow, the guy from American Bandstand was in a band back in the day. I was like, oh, and realized, oops. But then again, you see the similarities with the names when you think about it there. Yep. So my bad for that.
Now here's an interesting band name. They were big in England and they had a couple of songs over here, but they didn't do much, I guess. Dave D, Dozy, Beak, Mick, and Titch.
What's it called again? Dave, Deezy?
Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch.
And that were their
Can
first...
you say that 5 times fast?
No.
I can't even say I can't even say it 3 times fast. I never even heard of it, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard about this group until now. And I take it these were their first names, right?
Yeah.
Ah, see.
Look up a song called Hold Tight.
Hold Tight? Okay. Okay, Hold Tight there. I got to get this. Okay, give it a couple of minutes there. Song. There we go. I got it. The name of the group is Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tick. Tick with an H at the end there.
Titch.
Titch. Okay. And this song was featured in the Death Proof movie. It came out in '66. And, of course, it was, as I mentioned, featured in the movie Death Proof. Directed by either, I think it was Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez, I believe. It was an interesting name there when you think about it. Yeah, it's Quentin Tarantino who directed it. It was 2007. All right.
No, the head of the songs, but that was the biggest one.
All right. Interesting name enough when you look at it there. Probably the most original.
I got
Then
one.
there's- Okay.
What's up?
I think I've heard of this name before, but I don't know any of their songs. Manfred Mann.
Oh, the one we know.
Do what diddy diddy.
And the Mighty Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that he did that.
They're in
one.
England. They're a British band.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
And they also don't forget they did You Ain't Seen Enough About the Mighty Quinn.
All right.
Oh, okay.
And this is a guy who would later be able to form Manfred Mann's Earth Band. He did all those Springsteen covers in the 70s there and the early 80s.
Oh.
All right there.
Petula Clark.
And she was the one who did that song Downtown, if I'm correct, right?
Right.
Yeah, I remember hearing that song many times there.
She had a lot of hits too.
Right.
Don't sleep in the subway.
I didn't know she was British.
Yep.
Oh wow. Interesting there. Oh, we can't forget Dusty Springfield.
Right.
Yeah, she had the son of a preacher man, and that was featured in the Pulp
Wishing and
Fiction.
hoping.
Yep, and also that song she did with the Pet Shop Boys. What have I done to deserve this? It's around 88, 89 there. That was a big hit.
I
And
got
we had
one.
a group. Okay.
Led Zeppelin.
Well, that's later towards 69. We're talking
They
about
didn't come out. The 70s.
yeah. The first
It says 1968 to 2007.
Well, they started in 68 there, but they didn't release their first record towards the 69. We're talking about groups around 1964 to 1968. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But Zeppelin's domain was in the 70s or up until 1980.
Okay.
Okay. The next group I got here, their lead singer went on to do a lot of stuff with other bands. Spencer Davis Group.
Oh, yeah. Steve Winwood. Yep. He
I
later.
just want to give a shout out to the Lee Enders channel, Lynn Enders channel,
Lynn Anders.
LENENDERS. He basically video recorded his life, throughout the 80s, 90s, police going out, friends. I mean, the hair, the vehicles, the surroundings in the 80s, the 90s. It's very cool.
Yeah, you
Subscribe to that channel.
Yeah, you did. You showed me a couple of videos there not too long ago. It's like, wow, interesting there. Just like a documentary from the past here, how his life was during that time.
Lynn
Next one.
Enders channel.
Yeah, we're not Len, not Lynn.
And then, during this commercial break, we would like to give a shout out to the Arknolia Strokelbean Patreon.
Yeah, that's right. You got to sign up for that, people, because Ark has delivered a lot of good stuff. As we mentioned yesterday, him, me, and the YR, we did a special on Superman yesterday that should be uploaded.
And listen, this guy, his room looked just like mine in the 80s. It's so cool. It's weird, too. I mean, it's like cool weird, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Sorry about that.
It's okay there. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next guy I got is Donovan.
Oh, yeah. Donovan Philip Lynch. We know his song, Sunshine
Lynch.
Superman. Donovan Lynch. Okay. Sunshine Superman, Mellow Yellow. The song Mellow Yellow, not the dude who appears on Ken's program every weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah. I believe that's where he got his name from, no doubt about it. Of course, we can't
And the
forget.
big one, Hurdy Gurdy Man.
Oh, yeah, that was a good song there. I remember the Butthole Surfers covered that song on some of one of their earlier records, and they did a pretty good job at it as well there.
I love drinking Mellow Yellow at BurgerFi.
And that's
Because like BurgerFi, they have the digital soda machine where you could get like hundreds of different soda flavors.
All right, so we got different Mellow Yellows, but I take it this Mellow Yellow that you drink, it doesn't have the W's at the end, right?
I don't know.
You drink this shit, you should know.
I think it has one W at the end.
Oh, I gotta look it up there. Jeez, man. Okay.
While he's looking that up,
Okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead, dude.
We got Marianne Faithfull,
Oh, yeah.
who actually was,
Involved with Mick Jagger.
I don't know. Right, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, it has O's at the end, not W's.
That's right. That's what I was saying. That's
All right.
mice and minus the W's. That's what I meant to say there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Georgie, Fame and the Blue Flames.
I don't think I heard of them by chance here. Oh, we got to acknowledge
is.
Marianne Faithfull's appearance on Metallica's "The Memory Remains." By the way, there in '97, there, great song for them, and great contribution for her on that track. I think. What's up?
I think her biggest song was "As Tears Go By."
Oh
Keith,
yeah.
you shave your beard?
Who shaved?
Yes, I
Oh.
did.
Oh.
Oops. Okay, I'll turn
Georgie
the
Fame
camera
did
on.
Yeah
so-
Yeah and Get Away.
And I believe Marianne Faithfull did that song before the Stones did.
They wrote it for her.
And they would later perform themselves on record
Right.
there, which they did both a good job at. All right. And let's see, I'm going to start looking at other British bands myself, get into join in here.
Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. Game of Love was their biggie.
All right.
I know the song "Game of Love" by Santana and Michelle Branch.
Yeah, but that's a different one there.
Yeah, I know.
Next one is The Fortunes.
All right. I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they had a big span between their hits. I'm trying to remember the name of them. Because they had one in the early 60s, mid 60s, and then one in the later 60s. It was like a 5-year gap.
All right. All right there.
You've got your troubles, I got mine.
All right there. I know that's a lyric that Lemmy wrote many times in his song lyrics at time. Lemmy Kilmister.
Oh, that's the first lyrics in the song "Don't Leave" by Blackstreet.
Well,
It goes, "You got your troubles, baby. I got mine."
Yeah, but we're not doing Blackstreet.
I know.
All right there.
Then we got Freddie and the Dreamers.
Keith and Brown.
Yeah.
Y'all cool with doing a Martin Luther King Jr. show on holiday?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do that, yeah.
Get a heist involved and
Everybody, yes. I agree on it. We got to
is
do
that,
some.
by the way? You look that up, Keith?
I think it's January 15th of next year.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right there.
I always go. Well, not always. I used to go to this carnival on Martin Luther King weekend.
Yeah, but it's not
January 16th.
January 16th. I thought it was the 15th there. Well,
Monday the 16th.
okay, next year. Understandable.
Yeah.
Well, there, yeah. All right, so there's another. I'm going to add some names in here.
Oh, you want to see something crazy?
What up? Couldn't hear you.
That layman did that channel I was telling you about?
I can't hear you. What, your microphone?
Fix your mic.
Yeah.
That channel I was telling you about?
Yes, the Lynn Aldous channel. Yes, correct.
Y'all see my room on the screen, right?
So okay, let me go to Skype. Yeah.
So this is what this guy's room looked like.
I see. Yes.
What this guy's look? I'm gonna send you the picture.
All right. Nice.
What his room looked like in 1987, and it looks like really close.
Yep. Yeah, that's how the rock kids had their rooms back then. There.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, but that was the thing back then. Of course, I had a few posters on my wall as well. There are a couple of drawings that I had as well there. Okay, I gotta throw this name out here.
I didn't waste my money on stuff like that.
What, posters?
Yeah.
Oh, well, for me, it's good.
Keith, you had a fucking snake flag for 6 fucking months. What you talking about?
The "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
I didn't buy that flag.
Oh, you waste your money on fucking.
Here we go.
You waste your money. Oh, big ol' wreck. You waste your money on what's it called?
Triple C's.
No, no,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
say.
No, I'm talking about like on like what is it called? Arc? Those glow in the dark T-shirts or whatever. What is it? Those.
That can be seen under black light.
Mm.
Oh,
Keep you
plain white shirt.
gadgets and stuff. Yeah, you be getting like phone chargers and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Even Tony said you can never have enough phone chargers.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
There.
okay.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
All right.
Now, let's go ahead with the list.
Okay. Allow me to throw this name in here. They had their best known for their song "Ferry Across the Mersey," Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Damn, that's unreal. That was the group I was fixing to name.
All right. All right.
I guess I'll go to the next one. Herman's Hermits.
Peter Noon and the boys there. We know their songs.
They had a string of hits.
Yeah. And keep in mind that
I'm into something good.
And I'm Henry VIII. I am, and Mrs. Brown. You have a lovely daughter. And keep in mind that a lot of these British bands out there were known for kind of dressing the kind of suits and ties and stuff there. That was the thing back then. Kinks, Yardbirds, you name it. Herman's Hermits, that was the style back then. Okay. Go ahead, Keith, if you're got a few names.
Oh, all right. Let me go back to this. All these other bands I never heard of before. So I'll just pick one. The Kinks.
Oh yeah, we know.
Wow.
We know the Kinks.
Okay.
They had a ton of hits.
Lola, You Really Got Me.
They're sometimes
I know you really got me.
sometimes saying that they didn't start heavy metal, but they paved the way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their stuff was hard and heavy.
Yeah. Like the guitar chords to the one we obviously we know, All Day and All the Night, and of course You Really Got Me, which Van Halen became to covered on their first record there.
Yeah. All right.
We also can't forget Tired of Waiting for You, and a lot of some of the other songs from the '80s get played on some of the all these stations as well, like "Come Dancing," "State of Confusion." I remember the videos for those songs. They would have lasted that long.
Jukebox music.
Oh yeah, Lola, probably one of the first trans songs out there from the '70s. Trans.
Well, it was mainly suggestive. They didn't come out and say it.
Yeah, but then again,
it's pretty plain.
Absolutely, there. And this was this is so kind of like fits in with the transgender craze that went on a couple of years back with all these newspapers, documentaries, this and that there, because that was going on all over the place there. A couple of years back there, I should say.
Then the next group had a member that went on to be part of another major band in the 70s, the Hollies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Graham Nash.
Yeah. The Hollies sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Nash of Crosby, Stills and Nash.
And we know there's that big song was for me was The Air That I Breathe.
Which was later on.
Yeah. Which later on
there's one more band on this list that I recognize. Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I did. You know what? You got to include them. They started in '65 there. '67, they're...
the Sid Barrett version.
Yeah. Their first record would come out 2 years later, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
I only know one of their songs.
Well, time to learn some more.
Yeah,
I
you
know
got a lot. You can do.
Lots of go, yeah. Go. In fact, you know what? You have a record player.
No, I have YouTube on my phone.
No, never mind YouTube. Go out and get a record player from the nearby Walmart. Get the whole. See if you can find any Pink Floyd vinyl that just got reissued. Whether it's Metal, Dark Side of the Moon. That's the big one for them. The Wall, which you were here. Or better yet, get both the original and the remix of Animals. And by the way,
Fuck all that. No, fuck all that, Keith. Just go back a month ago to the YO program or Concert King vlogs and look at the Pink Floyd tribute band, Texas Floyd.
Yeah, I saw that there. That was interesting to look at there.
Want to get that live experience.
And by the way, Art,
can you tell Brown about that cover band thing you were telling me about? It wasn't like true bands, just people that play mixed songs
Art, can
live.
you turn the music down? I'm going to ask Art a question there.
Hello?
Hello?
I will, YR.
It's too loud.
Yeah, that was going to say, dude. Alright, so
Right
Art,
now.
did you ever get that 2008 18 remix of Animals I sent you through Skype?
I haven't had a chance to see it. I don't do much Skype other than this.
Well, actually, I sent you a link. I got it from YouTube. It's a 2018 remix of the whole Animals album. It was done by their engineer, James Guthrie. Sounds pretty good there. They add some new vocal effects on the verses of Pink's 3 different ones. They added a couple of things there. Took about a couple of
Have you ever seen them live?
No.
Guys?
Never have, unfortunately.
Just tapes or tapes, DVDs.
Yeah.
The Pulse concert is a treat.
I only saw David Gilmour on the solo tour in 1984 with my dad at Pine Knob that year.
All right, Dr. Earl and Art, okay, so in Sebastian, Florida, which is 3 hours north of me, a 3-hour drive north of me, me and my mom have stayed in this all-inclusive resort, and like you can do like stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, bike riding. It's all free in the resort. Everything's free except for the meals. And also,
Pine Knob?
No, it's Captain Hiram's all-inclusive resort. And every night there's a cover band, and they like these cover bands do like everything except for rap or R&B, and like they. Like some cover bands do like country rock, some cover bands do classic rock. So on Friday nights and Saturday nights, they have the best cover bands that you can get. Like they do a variety. They'll do classic rock, they'll do country rock, they'll do pop. They'll do like they'll do all sorts of different covers and of different genres. And like it's every night. It's a free concert. They play for like 3 to 4 hours every night. It's the best cover bands you can see, and like all you have to do is just like order something. They expect you to order something, even if it's just a soda.
Real quick, guys, before I plug ARC's Patreon. I wanted to quickly make this little commercial thing because I'm going to post this because I am going to end up interviewing Lynn Enders and ask him about the 80s videos, 90s videos. I mean, there's videos of him at parties, just everywhere.
Wow. Nice.
High school, college, around town. And, I'm asked about obviously the fashion and all that stuff too, and the bands. But I do want, to record this to put it out there. So give me a second, guys.
All right, there. So we'll continue on with the list.
Oh, Dr. Earl, do you think you would want to go to Captain Hiram's?
Let's plug, there's a Patreon
plug Arc,
with
Arc's Patreon.
Superman and Arc's. Yeah,
I'll be posting the Superman one as soon as I get it converted. I'll probably either post it today or tomorrow.
Do you have like a convert to video to audio like I do?
Yeah, I use something called Bigasoft.
Oh, really? I use something different. I guess it's called 123 apps there. I believe that's what it's called there, and I'm able to do a lot of things with it. In fact, it comes with the equalizer. Nice.
Your OBS records in MKV,
All right, nice. All right, there. I got to throw the.
and I convert to MP3.
All right, nice. That's what I've been doing. Some of the stuff that I conjure up with it music-wise there. Okay, back to the list here. Did you mention Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders yet, Ark?
Yeah.
All right, there. My bad. I didn't realize. Oh, here's a group there. I don't know if you heard. The Fortunes. I don't know much about them, but
I just mentioned them a little while ago.
oh man, it got
They're the ones that do You've Got Your Troubles.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got so sidetracked with all the conversations in between that I kind of got lost a little bit there. Oh, we got to throw this guy in, Tom Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this guy's still kicking it. And how many years?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'd be over 50.
Absolutely. Probably in his 70s, 80s.
I just put two things in the chat. The Skype chat.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, that's the place that you were talking about there.
Yep.
All right, there.
Okay, I'm going to mention the Honeycombs. They did something called Have I the Right? But their thing was there were a group in the early 60s that had a female drummer.
That's interesting.
Which was kind of unusual.
Yeah, other than the Velvet
at that
Underground.
time.
Yeah,
they weren't around in 64.
Yeah. Now, as I mentioned, Maureen Tucker from the Velvet Underground, she was involved with that group. But I mean, of course, we know the Velvet Underground for the songs like Venus First, Waiting for the Man, White Light, White Heat, which a Bowie covered on one of his records there. And of course, we know them from their frontman and guitarist, Lou Reed. Rest in peace, Lou.
Hey, baby, take a walk on the wild side.
Yeah, which was, that whole album was produced by David Bowie, by the way, there. We also got to acknowledge David Bowie. Now, I think he started a little later in the 60s. He had his first version of Space Oddity there. But that's another time there, another place. We should probably do his whole special on David Bowie when you come to think of it.
The Hullabaloos.
I was looking at that name right now. And what songs did they do there?
They did a couple of Buddy Holly covers. I'm trying to remember what they were. That'll Be the Day.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. Oh, we got to throw this one there. Lulu. One of their big songs was To Serve with Love. And that was the name of a movie of the same name.
And Shout.
A Metallica album as well? Or?
No, that's different there. And by the way, anybody out there...
What is it? Was I right, though? It's the same name, right?
Yeah, it's the same name, but
there you go.
But I don't think it's about the singer Lulu, that's for sure there. And speaking of which, avoid that at any cost. I was listening to that at my previous job one time. It's like, the fuck is this? I mean, it's hard for me to digest, Peter and Gordon. Yeah, no.
Jonathan King. Everyone's Gone to the Moon.
Yep. And they had a song called A World Without Love, I understand. That was their big ones there.
Written by the Beatles, or John and Lennon, Paul McCartney.
That's right there. Got to mind.
There for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to remember.
Paul was dating the sister of
Paul McCartney, I guess.
Peter, I think.
Peter was. You got to remember that the Beatles, Lennon and McCartney often wrote songs for other artists as well there. And We know this one.
Right.
Procol Harum. We know their big song,
Whoa.
White Shade of Pale, A Salty Dog, a few others there. One of their famous members, two famous members, was Gary Brooker and later Robin Trower.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Billy J. Kramer in the Dakotas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Little Children.
Uh-huh.
Bad to Me.
Mm-hmm.
And they also had a couple songs written by Lennon McCartney.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Them featuring Van Morrison. We know that's a big song for them. Gloria. Which is
Here Comes the Night.
Mm-hmm. Which has been covered by... Gloria being covered by The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, and the Patti Smith group. You know, Palladium Nasty.
Shadows of Night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that the one that it's like Gloria, oh Gloria, Gloria, oh Gloria?
No, it's Gloria, da 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 da, Gloria, da da da. Yep.
And and Sammy Hagar and
The Circle.
And George Thorogood duetted that song when they toured together months ago, and I saw that live. You saw that? Did you see that?
No, I didn't know they toured together there.
Well, look at my you don't subscribe to my concert thing.
I will. You know what? I will do that after after this broadcast. I promise you, I do.
Send you a video from that. Send you that Gloria.
By the way, I also
don't forget to subscribe to Arknolia's Patreon.
And don't forget to check out Hendrix's version of Gloria as well. Pretty badass. Interesting story. That came as a separate single from the Essential Jimi Hendrix Volume 2 that came out in 1980. You know, it will later be included on the cassette format as well there. But they should start. They should reissue that cover sometime soon.
Literally, if you type in Gloria duet Sammy Hagar on YouTube, my video pops up. 328 views. I'll send it to you right now.
All right, good. I gotta check it out there for sure. All right, there.
Was that really SC in your video, Wire?
Some guy who looked like him. It was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Just subscribe to that. I just sent it, Dr. Brown.
Okay. All right, there. Gotcha. All right, there.
Nashville Teens.
Yeah, I saw that thing right there.
Can you sub right now to that channel? It's
I'm
my
doing
channel,
it right now,
where
man.
I put all my concert videos.
I'm doing it right now there. Give it a
I'll
couple
put some on the
It'll take a while
the
for
Wire
those
program,
pages
but I
to
put
load.
all of what I have on the Concert
Right,
King
All
vlogs.
right.
And you go ahead and subscribe right now to that channel, please.
I will. Okay. In the meantime, the Trogs, they had their song Wild Thing, which Hendrix also covered as well there. And they had another well-known song called Love Is All Around. That came out.
With a Girl Like You.
Mm-hmm, yep. All right. Should be popping up soon here with Wire's little thing here. I hate when it takes this damn long on my damn computer there. I don't know why it does that shit.
The Searchers.
Yeah, I saw that name as well. In fact, I remember, you may remember a couple of years back when we started our shows, I used a photo of the Searchers in one of my thumbnails for one of our program. We were talking about... Hold up. Got to turn down the volume here a little bit there. And it's buffering. Why? I do not know why. No, screw it there. I'll have to... I'll do it on the phone, needless to say there, because I hate when, for some dumb freaking reason, it just, things come on the computer there and it takes a sweet-ass time, so I'm going to do it. So what? I'm going to do it right now on my phone there. Okay, go ahead, Ark, Keith, everybody else.
The Small Faces.
Featuring Steve Marriott, who later joined,
Right.
who later started Humble Pie. And this is before Rod Stewart would join the group, and it would become The Faces.
Right.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Their kind of big song was Ichiku Park.
Yeah, I remember hearing that one time at the Goodwill.
What about the birds? The Yardbirds.
Yes, the Yardbirds. Yeah, we know the
three of the greatest guitarists in rock and roll history.
Yep, Page, Beck, and Clapton there.
Mm-hmm.
And we know there's songs over on that Sideways Down, Heart Full of Soul, and of course, For Your Love, featuring Clapton as well. Shapes of Things. Great song there. Great stuff from there. And they were definitely, also we cannot forget the one that they took Jake Holmes's Dazed and Confused, and they turned it into
Actually, Jake's home song was I'm Confused. They changed it to Dazed and Confused as Led Zeppelin.
Right there. Let me look it up. Come on. Well, either way, they took a song from Jake Holmes and they turned it into a massive classic there. And it's been subscribed, YR. Concert King Vlog. Subscribe to that channel, everybody.
I just got it. Thank you, man.
Good. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Traffic, the second Stevie Winwood band.
Yep, and that was considered by him as organized chaos. I guess it was like a jam band.
Yeah, it's a psychedelic type band, yeah.
Yeah, we know their songs. Dear Mr. Fantasy, a great song for them. Their version of Feeling All Right. And we also know later on the Low Spark of High Heeled Boys, Shootout at the Fantasy Factory.
The Zombies.
Yep, Rod Argent and the Boys.
Oh, yeah.
She's Not There, Tell Her No. And by the way, Keith, you got to check out Santana's version of She's Not There. Pretty badass cover there from 77.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's from the album Moonflower. Worth looking at.
Okay.
Right there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Sandy Shaw.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about her hit song, any songs for her. These are groups, some of these I haven't even heard of myself there. But then again...
You hadn't hit anybody I haven't heard of.
Penis Flytrap, 1966.
I don't think anybody in the band would call themselves Penis Flytrap. Would probably
maybe you mean Venus Flytrap.
Venus? Venus. Let me look
it up. Because that's a real planet.
Real planet?
No, that's a real planet.
Yeah, no, we understand that, but I thought Wire said penis.
Well, Venus is a real planet, too.
Yeah, it is true, yeah. And a song. Okay. There's a band called The Undertakers, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them.
Ian Whitcomb.
I'm looking at that name right now.
You Turned Me On.
Nice. All right, there. Here's a group called, what's it called? The Swinging Blue Jeans.
Swinging Blue Jeans.
Yeah, that's right. Swinging Blue Jeans there. And of course,
and actually, there's a group here called the Pretty Things.
I was going to mention them as well there. I've heard a lot about them, many publications at times there. They were like a psychedelic, or I guess it were just basic rock, if I understand.
Yeah, and they were actually pretty good. They did a song called Sorrow that's real good.
Uh-huh. All right there. We got to throw this group in, the Moody Blues. The song Go Now with Denny Lane on vocals. That was a big hit for them. I got to look up information on that song there because the way... Gotta get... Okay, the song by the Moody Blues, it was a big hit for them. Let me go up there. Okay. It was composed... It was composed by Larry Banks, Milton Benton, and first recorded by Bessie Banks, and was best known in It was released in 1964, and the same year the Moody Blues released it on their version there. All right, the Moody Blues version there. Let's hear. I'll go now adding an explanation point. was made popular by the Moody Blues with Danny Lane on guitar and lead vocals. When Lane first Bessie Banks' version, he immediately told the rest of the band, "Dude, we got to record this song, mate." Now, at the time the single was released, it was promoted on television, one of the first purposely made promotional films of the pop era. That's what was called. That's what music videos was called back then, promotional films. Yeah, that's what it was called in the 70s as well there, way before MTV. Produced and directed by the co-manager Alex Wharton, the father of DJ Sunny Wharton. The song reached the number one in the UK singles chart in late January '65. In the US, the song didn't enter the Billboard until February of that year, same year. It peaked at number 10.
Flytrap. Penis
Mm-hmm.
Flytrap.
Oh gosh, now I'm gonna hear that all the time on the show. No, it's like,
1966.
I bet you Kim. I'll give you I'll bet you guys 10-1. Kim will probably get a hold of this and probably start using that on his show next time.
Right now.
Oh my gosh, go along with what's in it. We should probably do a show called "What Is in the Penis Flytrap."
So hold on, hold on? Can you say that for me?
Okay.
3, 2.
What is in the penis flytrap?
What is in the penis flytrap?
Oh gosh.
I can imagine Ken playing that a lot.
He will. If he,
Yeah.
but then again, he plays everybody else's other stuff there. Dave's stuff,
Yeah.
Joe's stuff, my stuff, Viking fans' stuff there. You know, especially Tommy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Listen. All right there. All right there. All right there. So, give me a couple minutes. I'll be back, dudes.
Let's go take a shit.
He's
right
taking
now.
off.
What again?
You have to go take a shit?
No, I gotta go get something to drink.
All right, Keith, did you take a shit today?
Yeah.
Hard or soft stool?
Hard stool.
Wow. Did you wipe?
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Oh, never mind. You probably don't want to hear it.
No.
Okay.
Art, go ahead.
Crispy and St. Peter's.
No, hard
Yeah,
or
it's
soft
Stone
stool.
Cold.
No. Did you take a shit today, hard or soft?
What?
Did you take a shit today, hard or soft stool? Medium? Little medium, you know?
Yes.
All right. I'll go ahead.
I guess why are we interested in that? Cilla Black. Already mentioned Freddie and the Dreamers.
The dude forgets his own address so he could written it down on his face permanently. Haha.
I think we've covered all of these guys we can think of.
Yeah.
A subject that might be interesting later would be the first 10 albums / CD that you ever owned or singles.
Oh, I know the first CD I ever owned. My mom bought it for me. 'Cause she didn't know what to buy it, so she just picked out something.
Okay.
You want me to say what it is?
Well, that's, we have to give respect, and we need to dive deep right now. Have another 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes into us. Let's dive and talk about the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Give us 10, Ark. 10 minutes. Rolling Stones and the Beatles, just for that respect to them. because
Well, obviously the Beatles started it all, but the Rolling Stones weren't far behind.
Beatles were like the original boy band. Because at that time, that was pop music, I guess, in a way. Rock and roll at that time was pop.
Yeah,
the interesting thing about the Stones is Brian Jones started the group and was supposed to be the front man, big man, whatever.
Yeah.
And eventually
he got
to the point where they decided they didn't need Brian Jones anymore. And shortly thereafter,
he died.
He was found dead in a swimming pool.
Yeah, and that was I guess that was investigation. There was investigation on that for a while there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't know it was accidental or was murder. Apparently, did he owe a lot of money to some drug dealer or something like that? I gotta look it up there. When I get it up there, I'll definitely pass it on the program here.
If you hear the Beatles on the radio, they sound like a pop group. But if you watch their music videos, they look like a rock group.
Well,
in their music videos.
Well, what the Beatles doing back then was what was in style then. It was like considered bubblegum back then. But later on in the years, they would definitely emerge into their own identities.
Yep.
All right. And I'm looking at Brian Jones. What am I doing? Why did I put up Brian? It came up Brian Jones death. There we go. I'm looking on this.
This show is sponsored by Penis Flytrap.
Penis Flytrap.
Penis Flytrap. What is in the penis flytrap?
Gosh.
Penis Flytrap. 1966.
Penis Flytrap.
I guess what it was is that Brian Jones developed alcohol and drug problems, and his performances in the studio became increasingly unreliable, leading to a diminished role within the band he had founded. In June 1969, the Stones dismissed him from the band. Mick Taylor took over his spot. Less than a month later, he died by drowning in a swimming pool in his home in Coxford Farm, East Sussex. His death was referred in many songs to many other pop bands, like Pete Townsend and Jim Morrison wrote poems about it. In 1989, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Rolling Stones. Yep. And let's not forget What?
Your chat is really funny right now.
And let's not forget he brought in he also popularized the teardrop Vox guitar there. And,
so what year did he die?
1969.
Had they already released their Satanic Majesty?
Their Satanic Majesty.
I think he was part of that album.
He was definitely. He was a part of the group altogether there.
Oops. Yo, Dr. O, look at your chat.
On my there. Let's see here. Let's see. Who the fuck is Adam the Cat?
That's I know who it. Well, I mean, my cat is named Adam.
Keith, get your goddamn cat. Clean the goddamn litter box, please, Keith. Come on.
Yep.
What the fuck is going on here?
I was moving chairs.
I was going to say, be quiet when you do that.
Or mute.
As always.
Yeah.
Keith has always been known not to mute his shit while we're doing these shows here.
It's cause like my headphones, like I used to have headphones where you could just mute on the cord, but the headphones I have now, like there's no button to mute on the cord, so I have to go to my phone and mute.
All right. Okay. Okay. So Arky, did we mention? Let's see. We mentioned a lot. Did we mention the Mercy Beats yet?
No.
Okay, the Mersey Beats, I guess there. All right, there. Freddie and you mentioned the Foremost. That's another British band during that period there. I don't know anything
Oh yeah, I
of
want
their
to say
songs
something.
there. You want to say something?
Yeah, I do love Adam, my cat. Yes.
What the fuck?
Okay. Because
All right,
like
there.
Adam the cat says, ask if he loves me.
All right, there. Adam Faith. He's on the list there.
Yeah.
And this, I guess her name is Cilla Black. Is that a female?
Yeah, I
I
named
guess?
her while you were gone.
All right, there. All right. All right. And what song did she have by chance there?
I think she had something called "You're My World."
A little love song.
She wasn't what you'd call big.
Yeah. All right. Well, she's getting a mention here on this program.
Her mom's happy.
I know. Yep. All right. Okay, so any more on the list here we got to do? Let's see here. We got to acknowledge them.
No, but we can talk about. Hey, can you name the 4 members of the Beatles there, Keith?
I'll try.
Don't
All
try
right, Ringo. Ringo Starr.
Yep.
John Lennon, Paul McCartney.
And?
I don't know.
George Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, George Harrison. He's like the least famous one, right?
They all were famous. They all were famous.
No, I mean like in their solo careers.
They all were successful.
No, actually, he had a big solo career.
Yeah, they all had good solo careers.
Oh, okay.
They all did.
And don't forget Stu Sutcliffe and Pete Best.
Yeah. Stu was the original bass player, and Pete Best was the original drummer.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
While they were still the Quarrymen.
Yeah, and later the Silver Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Stu.
Penis Flytrap, 1966.
Oh,
Penis Flytrap.
That
Penis Flytrap,
that station.
1966.
What the
That
fuck?
station I was telling you about.
Penis Flytrap. Penis Flytrap.
Why ours playing?
1966. Penis Flytrap. Penis Flytrap. 1966.
I think we started
So that-
something, guys.
Yeah, we're starting a music meme right now. Come on.
Penis flytrap.
Penis flytrap, bro.
And of course,
Putting in a new word in the community. Bro, we're making a new word in the community. Come on. You know those.
We're starting to do crazy in this community.
Bro, listen, Joe's going to start saying it and everything. Watch.
And Ken as well there.
Yep. Penis flytrap.
All right. This person, individual.
That station I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Last night, Magic 102.7. I remember every Sunday morning, they had a Beatles tribute show.
All right.
With Joe Johnson.
All right, there.
But I don't remember anything that was said.
I know one of the oldie stations back in Southeast Michigan, they would have a thing called. They would have a thing called the Fab Four at Four. Every weekday they play 4 songs from the Fab Four there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, I must be bored.
Well, you know what, guys? I got this topic came to mind as we were doing this show there. You know, we ought to talk about the British punk scene in the 1970s and name all the bands from that era there.
All right.
How's that sound, Ark?
Name one.
From the British punk scene? Oh, there's lots to name. The Damned, The Clash, The Sex Pistols, The Motors. Well, Motors were basically a pub rock band, as they were often referred to as.
I guess we could do it, but I won't be deep in it because I don't know that many of them. They're not my cup of tea.
I know. Well, basically, we'll definitely to give a description of the situation when that time comes there. All right, there. How much do we have left on the program there, by the way? I think we're about 14.
Well, it's basically whenever we decide.
The Astros just scored.
All right, there.
Yeah, how about that game last night?
Yeah.
Very entertaining. Did you watch it? Or you just saw the clip?
No, but I read about it and it's like, oh, really? I wished I'd seen it.
All right.
No,
there.
you get the newspaper, or are you talking about on the internet? Like Red?
On the internet. I
Oh.
subscribe to MLB.com and they send me a morning thing every morning.
Nice.
I'll watch this game tonight.
All right.
On right
there.
now. On Fox. Keith, throw it on there in the living room over there.
All right, there. Give H-Town your support, Dick.
Yeah.
Lynn
I'll just
Enders
type in.
Pacific Northwest in the 1980s, 86, 87. I mean, these videos are from like 86, 87, 88. And then you can see in the 90s when it's like grungy and, you know what I'm saying? Some of the music in the background is, I mean, it is incredible. And there's other channels I've seen with, you know, like the parking lot party thing. Remember that rock and roll parking lot thing, Brian?
Yes, I remember that. That was like
I've seen stuff like that, obviously, but this is like, you know, and listen, there's videos of him today, like talking about, he puts it together very well. He edits it very well to where like he'll find like binders and like stuff from that time and talk about it. And, you know, he looks pretty much just alike, except his blonde hair is cut off now, but he's like 50 or something, you know what I'm saying, is your age. And very, very, very interesting. Go down the rabbit hole and stuff with his content. But
right. And let me guess.
Lynn Enders on YouTube.
I'm looking at one of his videos right now, learning how to make a pay phone call itself. And this is back, this 1990 when pay phones still existed.
Time for a plug.
Okay, Arknolia's plug. We got to plug Arky's.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Arknolia.
That's right.
I have baseball content. I have a little wrestling content.
Mm-hmm.
I have TV show content. I have movie content. And I'm going to do some other stuff.
Well, Ark,
on the wrestling bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ark, next week, did you want to do the cartoon thing?
Well, we could, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
but,
definitely. Yes, I'm down with that.
Okay, on the wrestling thing, what I want to do is do a show with you guys where we talk about our top 5 favorite finishers, or however many, and then the ones that made us go, ugh, that was stupid. Because some finishers are like, one I'm specifically thinking of is Hogan's leg drop of doom. Oh,
yeah.
come on.
That wasn't really
and
Leg drop of doom, or you mean the finger poke of doom?
No, leg drop of doom. That was his big finisher.
I didn't know it was called the leg drop of doom because I was just know it was just the leg drop.
I always heard it as leg drop of doom, but I guess I could be wrong.
I know my top two
At any
already.
rate. Okay.
All right.
What, motherfucker?
You want me to say it now or wait?
Say
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron looking ass
You do
boy.
it.
What? Go.
Oh, okay. The RKO and whatever finisher John Cena has. I don't know. Was
Yeah, he is a big Randy Orton fan, guys. So
yeah. That's how I found Joe Cronin. Was I was watching older Randy Orton. I was watching older Randy Orton matches on YouTube.
All right.
That was back in 2015.
And then
The fuck?
the other thing I'd like to do is do our favorite 10 wrestling angles.
He couldn't look. His foot's in the way of the base. Piece of shit.
Who?
Come back. Oh, they're not going to review that? Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm on. All right. I thought I was
I was
on.
gonna say
Yelling
too.
at the game.
Oh, man.
Watching the game. Like, you know when you go steal a base, Ark, and like imagine the other player's foot's in the way where you can't touch the base to steal it.
Right.
Attack. That's what he did, like pretty much. Can't be doing that shit, man.
Time open, Verlander wins.
Already scored. It's 1-0 in first inning. Like we haven't pitched yet. So we're already, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be back again.
Come on, Browns having super diarrhea tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Keith, are you gonna go ahead and turn that on?
Did you hear my other wrestling one I want to do with you guys?
Yes, go ahead.
The
Yeah, I got it on.
top 10 angles in wrestling that you remember that were your favorites. You know, little storylines or whatever.
Yeah, we can go back.
From any era. It doesn't have to be WWE. In fact, about half of them I won't be. I'm pretty sure I'll put the Andy Kaufman, Jerry Lawler thing on.
Oh yeah.
Did you
'Cause
watch
that was something else.
What?
So like on Netflix, I think it's still on there. There was this like documentary about that
Didn't hear you.
What?
on Netflix. There
No, I
was this,
hadn't
like,
seen that, but
it was about the Jim Carrey movie about Andy Kaufman.
Oh, you mean Jerry when Andy Kaufman was involved with pro wrestling?
Yes.
Oh, I think
Mhm.
I think it was on Comedy Central, a couple of years, many years back there. But Andy Kaufman was big on wrestling. He was involved with them. He was the he was one of the Lawler's big foes.
that thing was well
Keith, what was
played.
that?
Very
Keith, what was
well
the name of that
played.
movie? Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman. Can you
Man
look
on
it
the
up?
Moon and Man on the
Okay.
Moon.
So it's like a documentary about that movie. Like it's a documentary.
Behind
It's
the
basically
scenes.
like they filmed them making that movie, like Jim Carrey behind the scene. It's like it's still on Netflix, I think. It's called Jim and Andy, I believe.
Right there.
But it is cool too. I've never seen the movie yet, but I've seen the documentary a couple times because it's that damn good. I watched it twice. It's really good, dude.
All right.
Funny. Entertaining.
And one other that I'll mention that it'll be on my top 10 is when Jake the Snake Roberts let that snake go on Randy Savage.
Oh wow.
You need to look that one up
Oh, yeah.
because the snake actually bit Randy Savage.
Oh my gosh, yes, and they later on they had to edit that that out there. They had to put an X over that on this TV screen there because out of fear of
No,
the
it's
kids.
not. It wasn't a
freaking out.
venomous cobra though.
I know exactly, but then again, there were little kids watching at
He'd
that
been
time.
defanged or whatever.
Exactly, it was devenomized.
Yeah. But boy, when they showed that, Randy's caught in the rope, that snake went over there and gave him a big old bite in the arm. It was like, Holy crap.
I know. The little boy was like crying. I remember they saw that. They showed that. It's like, holy cow, man. But to anybody else watching that, I was like, holy man. That was some touchy stuff back then, man.
And the thing is, I actually saw it when it happened.
Yeah, so did I. So did I. I was watching when that went down. Man. And that was when it was on after the cartoons. It'd be about 11 a.m. in Saturday mornings. The two biggest shows was WWF Superstars and WWF Challenge with Goro Monsoon and Jesse the Body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at that time for Superstars, it was Vince McMahon. It was also Randy Savage on commentary at that time, along with Roddy Piper.
And we could also do some on our 10 favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true there. You're also going to talk about the some of the wrestling controversies. Like Dr. D smacking the crap out of John Stossel.
Yep.
That made news, man.
Why did someone smack John Stossel?
Because he did a report on the... Cause basically, he was with 2020, the ABC News magazine at that time. And
I know, I used to watch that show.
Yeah. But he did a report on wrestling, and he interviewed a cat named Eddie Mansfield. And Mansfield exposed how those moves were all done. It was all choreographed.
Oh.
And
okay.
basically, he's gotten heat from the wrestling community since that. Jim Cornette still can't stand him. And he later on, he interviews Dr. D, David Schultz, who was one of the main heels at that time. You know, Schultz was in full character. And then Stossel said, I believe it's fake. I believe wrestling is fake. And that pissed off Schultz. You think it's fake? Huh? Whap! Smacked him in one side of his face. Smacked him again. Slapped him with both ears. And that ended up giving Stossel permanent hearing damage. He later sued the WWF. Got tons of money for it. Schultz got let go from the company as a result. And Schultz has been working as a bounty hunter since that.
Oh.
Which he still does to this day, for I understand.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the second slap heard around the world, by the way. Not along with Lars slapping Kaufman on Letterman's show, and of course Will Smith.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the Lawler Kaufman thing was pretty much supposed to be a work.
Yeah, it was. It was there. It was planned. It was planned. In fact, Kaufman even said, slap me, Jerry. Go ahead and slap me silly, which he did. And you could tell it was a work because of the way Kaufman fell back on his chair there that he was sitting on.
Andy Kaufman looks like he drinks a lot of alcohol.
Mm. Well, may have, may not. We don't know there.
Yeah.
Right.
You can find out. You just type in Andy Kaufman drinking alcohol.
Oh.
He was on Taxi as Lotka.
He was, I believe. He was. That's where he made his name from. All right. So, do we have any more on the list, or is that it for this episode?
I think we pretty much covered a lot of stuff.
I did.
Obviously, everything is a stretch.
All right, there. Yes, obviously there. All right. So I guess this concludes our episode for tonight.
Yep.
Yep.
Yuppers.
And it will be back next Thursday at the same time as always.
Yeah. What about Wednesday?
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about for our music show. But Wednesday earlier on that afternoon, we'll be doing me, YR, and I guess Keith as well. Be participating on Ark's Patreon once more.
Yeah.
Earlier that afternoon. And definitely remind me during the before that, okay? Because I'm so busy with my job, I could ain't time to think about anything else there.
Right.
Right.
And we'll talk about early cartoons.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The stuff that I grew up watching as a kid. There, we got to talk about that. I believe I got lots to mention
And the
there.
stuff that was around before I was born.
Oh yeah, from the 1920s there.
Popeye.
All right. Betty
Have you ever
Boop.
seen any of the really early Popeyes?
Yes, I did. Absolutely there.
Because it's funny to watch because he mutters. Stuff like that.
He did a lot. Yes, he did a lot of that. He did a lot of that when he was in this disgruntlement. Well, he did a lot of times there. I don't know.
Sounds like half this community.
All right. Okay, so I guess it concludes.
I've watched, Doctor. I've watched your video about the rat tail and Tony.
The what, Tin? The what?
The rat tail.
Hello.
Oh.
What?
Hello.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
We hear you.
Hello.
What is it? Yeah.
We lost somebody.
I don't know.
What's going on, bud?
All right. I don't know. Well, either way.
Oh.
I
Can you hear me?
I hear you.